I'm recording, miss. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
1,
2,
3, let's go!
Hello, it's Rico and our foster white.
안녕하세요, it's Jihyun, but you can call me G.
And welcome to the 4th ever episode of the K2A
Fourth ever
Society.
episode.
Okay. All right, so in this 4th episode of the K2A Society Podcast, we will be covering a bunch of different topics. 3, actually kind of 2 in general. We'll be talking about 2. So we'll be covering friendships, relationships with family, and then for our final segment of question of the week, we have 3 different questions, just random questions we're going to be answering by the questions were suggested to us by Gyuan. All right, ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Gyuan Hyo.
Gyuhyun Ho.
Gyuan Ho.
Yep, that's pretty good.
Okay, well, I'm sorry if I butchered it or made it bad.
Thank you, Ho.
But thank you for, thank you so much for commenting that.
Thank you, Gyuhyun.
And if you want to be featured in the next episode of the podcast, leave your comments.
Leave your comments
and questions
below.
in the comments, and then the top like question will be in the next episode.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, Jihyun, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I love your shirt.
Thank you. It's my new shirt. I like your shirts as well. It says NASA, right?
NASA.
Are you working at that?
No. I would never be able to work at that. But so originally it didn't have these like splotches on it, but my sister tie-dyed it for me.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
you
crazy.
guys like it? Isn't that sick?
I didn't know that. I thought that's just
awesome.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's great.
You're lucky.
All right. Yeah, I know I am. Love you, sissy. Okay. Let's hop into the first segment.
Let's go into.
Jihyun, would you like to take it away?
Yes. So first question: can you describe about friend group in school? Of your country?
In school.
Yeah, in school, like middle school, high school.
And like, okay. So for me, it was slightly different because when I grew up in 2 different states. So I grew up in Minnesota for the first 14 years of my life. And then when I was a freshman in high school, so my first year of high school, I moved somewhat across the United States to a different state. And then I did high school in a different state. And so when I was in Minnesota, I had like my core friend group that I've had since I was like little, like a little kid, and like you grow and like once you meet other people and stuff like that. But like you kind of keep that core friend group, and once like you go into high school, you keep them and they kind of become your best like home friends. But for me, it was different because like I had to leave all of my friends when I moved to a different state. And so then I was like the new kid and I didn't know anyone. And so I had to try to like introduce myself to a bunch of already made friend groups. And I obviously made a bunch of friends. I have like this nice friend group I have now. But like it was for sure difficult at first because I was the new kid that no one knew that was weird from Minnesota.
Yeah,
you know what
that's
I mean?
true. Yes, I know.
What about you?
I think I have really pretty same experience with you because I moved a lot when I was young.
Oh, really?
So so I went to elementary school, 2 middle school, and 1 high school. So I moved a lot. So I was struggling with that a lot because, as you told that, it's not easy to make friends. Like in that situation, like other people's are, making friend group with. I don't know.
Like the other people, no, you're good. Other people are like already growing their friend groups that they've had for a long time.
Yes,
and you have to be like, here's why I think I should be in your friend group.
Yeah, and also, hi, like I need to introduce myself first because they're not gonna come to me first. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I need friends. They don't need a friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that was kind of tough.
For me especially. For me especially, like I was like I would consider myself the weird kid. I still am pretty much the weird kid. Where like in middle school and middle school and high school, if I didn't know anyone, I would like formally introduce myself instead of being like, "Hey, I'm Foster." I would be like, "Hi,
really?
my name's Foster. It's nice to meet you. It's really good to meet." And it was just really awkward. It was probably not the best course of action for me to introduce myself, but that's what I did.
What did they say when you introduce yourself like that?
Everyone is. There has never been someone that was like, "I'm not gonna shake your hand, you weirdo." But like, everyone was obviously like, "Oh yeah, good to meet you
cool.
too, Foster."
That's cute.
But yeah, I guess maybe it's just in my head. Maybe I just think I'm weird. No, I know I'm weird actually. Never mind.
And also I had...
Also, wait. Before we go on, there's something I want to say to the viewers. So, like, we talked about last time how you guys, like, called me the humble rascal or whatever. I have told everyone about that.
Really?
And everyone thinks it's the funniest thing in the entire world because the word rascal in America or in English is like not a common word, and so to have like it be like humble rascal is just like the funniest combination, and like everyone just thinks that's so funny. I just love it.
That's so funny. Do you like it? Do you?
Yeah, I love it. I want people in America to start calling me that. That would be like the best of the best. Hey, humble rascal. Oh yeah, what's up? What's up? Oh, nice to meet. Oh, very nice to meet you. My name's Humble Rascal. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah, because in Korea, rascal is not that common as well. We call rascal to very young kids, you know.
Why are you guys calling me that? I don't get it. I don't understand it then.
I think that's because they think you're cute, kind of. I don't know. Because you're actually young, right? You're a teenager, you know.
I'm 19. I turned 19 like
that's
a day ago. Was that yesterday? So no, or 2 days ago, I guess. But no, I'm not a young child. If that's what you're saying, I'm not a young child.
Yeah, I think they think you're cute. Yeah, we call rascal to very cute, like funny,
really attractive, handsome, super attractive. Everyone wants. Okay.
Foster always say that like that. That's super annoying. You guys have to know that.
And she always says to me, "Oh, Foster, you're so attractive. Oh my gosh, you're so how is your life
because
so
I'm
great
good at
because you're so attractive?"
Good at doing compliments. Like I am. Yeah. I just want to brighten your days, you know.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay.
Next one.
And when it comes to friendships in high school versus college, this one I'm gonna put a little spin on this one because you told us how in the last one how like your friends are really competitive in high school because like and there might be like a facade up or like a fake persona in a way because you want to have friends in high school, but in reality what it is like you really just want to get on top of your peers and like it's always a competition, you said?
Yeah, true.
Right? So once you get to college, is it a different vibe between like newfound friends or is it still that like competition?
I think it's like different, depends on people, but for me it was very different. So when it comes to high school friendship, it was a little bit competitive, but there were sincere friendship as well. I think there were more competition than college, but in college I mean, I can meet a lot of people from different backgrounds because there are very different people in college, you know. But in high school, we have like kind of same goal in life, like to go to college, and they are learning same thing, just exactly same thing. So I felt like when I was in middle school and high school, I felt like I'm meeting very same and similar type of people. But when it comes to college, I felt like, I'm meeting very different people, you know, in the world from different backgrounds. So I really like that more. Yeah, I think that's the kind of difference between it. But yeah, there are sincere friendship as well in high school. So yeah.
With
and also,
for me, For me in high school, it was like, I honestly, and I think it's because we have no competition. Like, we don't like think to ourselves like, oh, my friend Izzy, like, obviously she's my best friend, but also I want to get in a better college than her. Like, that never kind of crosses someone's mind, I would think, in America. And so so far, I mean, I'm only a freshman right now in college, so it seems pretty similar. But I honestly, I just love meeting new people. It's like one of my favorite things of all time.
Me too.
And like, I just love meeting new friends and talking to people that I don't know. And so I'm pretty excited to continue that on, but I don't see really a difference at all.
That's good. And also, when it comes to high school, I went to women's high school. So people who I met was just females, but in college, I can meet male or female, so there are more diversity.
Were you excited to meet some males?
I think there are no big difference, I think, but there at first time that was pretty interesting for me. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. See, with me, I was always, when I was younger, I found myself more drawn to women friendship, like friendships with girls. And
I can see.
To an extent. Okay, well, to an extent, because like, I think a lot of people grow up in like two different types of households where it's like, you're like brought up to be, if you're a boy, like you're brought up to be like the man's man, like you're supposed to be tough and like play sports, be physical, have a deep voice, all that jazz, be strong and stuff like that. Or you don't get brought up that way and you're able to just be what you want to be to an extent. And I was brought up like, be what you want to be. And so I know a bunch of people that are like, that were brought up like, oh, the man's man type of way, and they're great people. They're some of my really good friends, but I wasn't grown up that way. And so like, I was always in friendships with like girls and guys all the time growing up, and so it was never weird to me to become friends with a girl or to be friends with a guy.
Interesting. And also, I think this is very interesting because when I was a high school student, I thought like how opposite sex can be friend like that. Because I've never gotten in that kind of relationship. But
wait, never? Like until high school did you have, or until college did you have any guy friends?
No, never.
Wow, were you really nervous when you like met your first like?
I mean, I had guy friends, like my mother's friend's son.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've never met them like just friends.
Gotcha.
You know?
Yeah. Like you not like in school, obviously, because you went to same sex schools.
So
gotcha.
Yeah, I felt like how like that because I thought male is male and female was female.
Yeah,
I was so
That's
conservative.
nuts.
I was so conservative, and I think it's like
conservative,
and I think it's like still very controversial thing in Korea because some of my friends
is it taboo?
Not taboo, but some of my friends like how they can be friends, and some of friends they can be friends like that. So it's very controversial. I think the reason why I was conservative was my parents conservative. My parents are kind of conservative, so I think in Korea there are more conservative parents than open-minded parents.
Really?
Yeah. What about in America?
Yeah, I think because like when it comes to like being conservative, it's like usually that word is kind of broken up into like political parties. So like Republicans are usually conservative, and so a lot of conservative families live in the southern United States, and then a lot of like Democratic or like I would consider. I mean, I don't want to say like open-minded, but like in I'm not going to get into that. But I would say that a lot of conservative parents or families live in the southern part of the United States, and I mean, both ways, like, I think there are, I wouldn't even say pros and cons, but like, both ways are perfectly fine, like raising a family, I guess, because like when you like grow up in a conservative family, you grow up to be like extremely polite, like
I know.
so nice, incredibly nice, and I think to an extent it's true with the other side as well, but I mean, like, I don't think there's any cons to it, but I also, like, there's, I was learning in my psychology class, like, different parenting techniques, and there was, they were talking about, like, the perfect parent is someone that's authoritative, I think that's what the one was, and that means, like, you want to have bearing over your children, and you want to be, like, you want the children to know, like, you're the grown-up, you have to listen to what the grown-up says, but also, like, know, like, if you ever needed anything, you can come to us for help and stuff like that.
What I thought interesting when I was in the US was, you know, you guys are really get used to see other friends' parents. Yeah, I saw that, and also you introduced your family to me.
Yeah.
But
when you stayed at my house.
Yeah, that's true. But in Korea, that's not that common to invite someone to a house and then introduce families to them. So when I was in America, I thought that's super interesting. So even for me, I've never met my best friend's parents. But yeah, that's interesting. Because I think that's because we are living in the apartment a lot, not house, you know. It's kind of
I don't think that.
Really.
I think it's just two completely different cultures.
Yeah, very
because
different.
like in America, like it's literally like you don't even think about like, I'm gonna go see Nathan's parents today. Like I'm nervous or whatever. Like it's just like. Like if you're friends with Nathan, you're friendly with the parents, or like you know the parents, you know their names, you know kind of like what their jobs are to an extent at least. And like you would like you were saying in an episode before how there's like the formal languages and that's how you speak to like professors and parents and stuff like that. Like that is like nothing like how Americans talk to like I think too right when you meet them at least for me like you always like want to be like, oh, Foster White, very nice to meet you, humble rascal, and they'll be like, oh, very nice to meet you, and so you want to be polite then, and then like after you get to know them more though and you like talk to them more, you start to become a lot more friendly with them.
Very interesting. I like that culture. I really like that.
I did too.
So
because and like I was even telling you how like I was like I'm determined to become friends with your mother. Yes. Because I want to become friends with Jihyun's mom so badly because I want to break that barrier that you're talking about because I'm like I love you so much. I love talking to you so much. We're such great friends. I'm like, I want to know, like, I don't even know. Does your mom speak any English?
Not that much. Just hi and bye.
Oh, doesn't matter. We'll be able to grow a bond off of that in a heartbeat.
So when Foster told me, like, I want to be friends with my mom, I was like, what? Friends? How? Like that? Because it wouldn't be possible in Korea.
And so right now, whenever Jihyun and I FaceTime and like talk about the podcast or whatever's happening, I'm always like, "Is your mom there?" And she's like, "Yeah, why?" And I'm like, "Let me say hi." And then she comes to the camera. I go, "Hi," and she goes. and then I'm like, the mom walks away, and I'm always like, "Look at that, Jihyun, I'm on my way. I'm on my way."
You're on your way. Yeah, true. Because my mom gets to like him so much. So you're on your way, Foster.
I'm on my way.
Different parents.
Look at me go. Oh gosh.
That's interesting.
Okay.
Let's move to
let's move to question of the week.
Question of the week.
Can you pronounce thank you so much?
Thank you so much. Gyuyan.
Okay, thank you so much, for commenting that.
He
question.
tried a lot. Yeah.
Off camera,
True.
I was trying to practice it like for 4 minutes.
But it's kind
I
of
couldn't get it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Our first question is.
I'm gonna ask: Is same-sex high school common in U.S.?
Same-sex high school common in the U.S. I would say yes. I mean, it's for sure. I wouldn't say it's like weird to see it because it for sure exists in the United States, but I would also say that like the overwhelming majority is like dual sex, bisex, like both sex. It's the boys and girls, in the high school and community and stuff like that. But it's not uncommon.
Yeah, same. And second question.
Yeah, go.
Do you guys divide liberal arts and natural sciences? Now it's changed, but a few years ago, Korean high school education offers those two different curriculum tracks, and students had to choose one. So I choose liberal arts.
Wait, can you... So liberal arts meaning what?
Liberal arts meaning...
And like natural sciences. I don't understand what natural sciences
liberal
is.
arts related to business, like digital media, or...
Okay. I understand.
Yeah, like that, but natural sciences related to science, physics, like that.
Wait, so you couldn't do both?
We couldn't do because for liberal arts we need to learn sociology, but for natural sciences we need to science. So when we were high school students, we need to choose between both, like.
Interesting. Yeah. So in America, not like that at all. You're required to do both, but it's not like when I say that you might be thinking like, oh my gosh, they have to do both courses. Yep. But it's, as we established in the last episode, in America, school is incredibly easy compared to Korea. So it wasn't that hard, and it was just expected of us to be able to do that.
And the third question. Do all Americans wear shoes at home? Because in Korea, we do not wear, never ever. Also, I read some article and there are one American asking to Koreans, what if you forgot to bring your key when you already put your shoes? And Korean answered, then we can crawl to grab it. Then the American reacted, that's interesting. I want to know Foster's thoughts.
Wait, that's what the person commented, that exact thing?
Yeah, exactly.
I love that. Okay, cool. All right. So I'll first start off by saying wearing shoes at home. A lot of families take your shoes off at the door, but it's not like a tisk, tisk, tisk type of thing if you wear them like inside the house. Like my mom, or like I was growing up always like take off your shoes at the front of the house, like at the front door when you come in. But then like if you walk in to like go and grab something, then that's like fine. That's so interesting. Are they serious? Like if you forgot to get like your wallet or something, but you already put your shoes on, you would go on your knees to get your wallet? You wouldn't just take your shoes off, you psychopath?
No.
You know how easy it is to just go like this?
Because that's too much work. No, that's too much work to put on shoes. That's too much work.
You want to get bruised knees instead of just putting a tiny bit of work in.
For me, I usually make, so this is the foot, like we walk like that, but I made this like that, so I walk like that because
you're a freak.
I don't want to make them.
You're a weirdo.
Floors. dirty, so I do like that.
Gotcha. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's going to be the end of this episode of the podcast. That was a great episode.
Yeah,
I love this one.
I love it.
Some spicy conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. Next episode is going to be a special episode, episode 5. And we're going to be talking about dating and marriage in Korea versus America. Mm-hmm. So if you have any questions about dating or marriage in Korea versus America, leave them in the comments and we'll try to answer them in the next episode. Yeah, exactly. And also, before going out, please thumbs up. Please thumbs up. Why are you laughing? Nothing. We're good. And turn the notification bell on. We upload a video every Sunday.
Okay.
My links will be in Jihyun's description, and then
Yes.
her links will be in my description. So
Yes.
let's check each other out. Share
Yeah,
the
exactly.
K2A Society love.
With your friends a lot, yeah. Please share this.
Yes.
Yeah, I know
Yes.
this is very awesome content, you know, guys.
Yeah, incredible
Yeah, it's
content.
incredible.
We're doing this for free.
Yeah,
For
exactly.
free.
Nobody's do like that. Nobody.
No one. Everyone
No
makes you
one.
pay money to see this.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Yeah.
Ha.
Ha! Annyeong! Love you guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
See ya. Bye 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 bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed, please hit the thumbs up and also subscribe to the both of us. Jihyun's link will be in the description as well as both of our Instagrams. Make sure to turn the notification bell on as well because we'll be uploading a new podcast episode every Sunday. And then I also have weekly videos that come out as well. We'll see you guys in the next one.